Center Grove High School and the beautiful Russ Milligan Field for tonight's varsity softball between the New Palestine Dragons and your Center Grove Trojans. Tonight is Little Sis Night, so we welcome all the girls in our Little Sis program. We hope you enjoy the game, and please hang around afterwards for some pizza. Let's first meet the starters from New Palestine. At second base, number 5, Elena Miller. At shortstop, number 6, Allie Blum. At catcher, number 12, Aglaya Rudd. On the mound will be number 12, Alexa Holman. Let's try 17. At first base will be number 18, Sydney Eubanks. In right field will be number 34, Grace Paquette. At third will be number 11, Paige Ernest. Designated player will be number 13, Reese Rosenbaum. At center field, number 20, Sydney Oliver. And at left field, number 19, Maddie Engel. The Dragons are coached by Mr. Ed Markham. Now, let's meet the starters and their little sis from Center Grove. At center field, a sophomore, number 12, Hannah Haberstroh, and her sis, Jada Clark. At shortstop, a junior, number 5, Ashlyn Wolf, and her sis, Lucy Arnold. At second base, a sophomore, number 8, Riley Janda, and her sis, Skylar Hawk. The designated player, a senior, number 18, Lex Warner, and her little sis, Lucy Ostogen. At third base, a junior, number 9, Ruby Thompson, and her little sis, Nora Bauermeister. Catching, a junior, number 11, Peyton Chamansky, and her little sis, Brooklyn Butler. At first base, a senior, number 10, Maya Nutter, and her little sis, Audrey Grubbs. At right field, a senior, number 6, Jazzy Kangany, and her little sis, Penny Cooney. In left field, a senior, number 27, Sydney McConnell, and her little sis, Carolina Bruner. And pitching, a sophomore, number 3, Riley Hanson, with her little sis, Isabel Robertson. Also, a junior, number 1, Sophie Moore, with her little sis, Taylor Fruits. A junior, number 2, Hallie Furr, with her little sister, Savannah Wilmot. A junior, number 7, Maggie Lee, and her little sis, Jessie Moore. A freshman, number 13, Addison Richards. Another freshman, number 14, Sydney Herman. A junior, number 15, Emma Fair, and her little sis, Kinsley Hatfield. A junior, number 16, Emma Wheatley. A freshman, number 17, May Munson, and her little sis, Maddie Hatfield. Our manager, Gabby Higginson, with her little sis, Clara Fisher. and our other manager, Matthew Phillips. Ladies and gentlemen, your Trojans and Little Sis. The Trojans are coached by Miss Alyssa Coleman. Now, ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America and the men and women that serve to protect our freedoms with the playing of our national anthem. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets raked there, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good evening and welcome to Russ Milligan Field at the Center Grove Softball Complex for tonight's softball game between the New Palestine Dragons and the Center Grove Trojans. Hello, one, Kevin Conrad, along with Steve McClure. We welcome you to our coverage of Center Grove Softball presented by Morgan Insurance Group. Steve McClure, tonight you got two of your best softball programs in the state of Indiana, Center Grove and New Palestine, squaring off for what should be an awesome game and a beautiful night for softball.
Picture perfect as it is here at the Center Grove Complex. 62 degrees and slight wind out of the east, 3 to 5 miles per hour. But you mentioned as far as these two teams knowing one another, it all talks about history and culture and the kind of records that both of these teams have established over the years. And I look for a very fast game tonight.
Partly cloudy, 63 degrees here at game time. Got two of the greatest coaches going right now in the state of Indiana, Coach Ed Markham for New Palestine, Coach Alyssa Coleman for the Center Grove Trojans. And the Dragons this week, number 2 in 4A. The Center Grove Trojans have moved up to number 10 in the coaches poll this week. And Holman and Henson, your pitchers tonight.
Kevin had a chance to talk to Coach Markham before tonight's game, and the conversation was all about Russ Milligan and the kind of history that those two guys have squared off against. Just the utmost respect for Coach Milligan, but let's get this thing started.
Riley Henson starting for the Trojans in the pitcher circle. Sophomore, left-hander. First pitch in there for strike one. Leading things off for the Dragons, Elena Miller, senior, playing at second base tonight.
Miller on the season thus far, 378 on the year and 5 RBIs with 1 home run.
She takes a swing here. Couple of strikes on Miller. New Palestine undefeated, 10-0-1. Start off the season with a tie. They've won 10 straight since then. Center Grove at 10-3 on the season.
We'll talk about the progress that Riley Henson has made from the get-go, but she is really into a groove right now.
2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter, Miller. Henson's ERA, 2.19. She's pitched 80 innings pitched. She's worked a lot this year, and this one's fouled away. And she's allowed 25 earned runs, 124 strikeouts, Steve, and 21 walks. And She's been really, really good this year for the Trojans.
Yeah, I know you mentioned before we came on the air the kind of performance she had against Columbus North last Saturday. Just a one-hitter.
Shut out Columbus North, ranked number 4 in the state of Indiana. Center Grove. That was the Trojans' best win of the season this past Saturday against Columbus North. Full count here to Miller. And this one's on the outside corner, backwards K, one gone.
Elena Miller kind of looking things over and let it go by, but it hit the outside edge, and there's one down in the inning.
Allie Blum, sophomore, shortstop.
Blum hitting .488 on the season with 4 home runs and 16 RBIs.
Number 1 in home runs this year for the Dragons. Ball 1 to Blum. A lot of power here in the number 2 hole for Blum. This one's high and outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Steve, the wind at the moment, not much.
Yeah, about 3 to 5 miles per hour out of the east, with the American flag showing that right now in center.
The 2-0 pitch is high from Henson. Being very cautious here to Blum, like Steve said, batting .488, second best on this Dragon club.
Aglia Rudd will be next, the catcher.
On the outside corner, good location, strike 1. Peyton Szymanski, Jr., getting the start behind the plate again tonight. You got Maya Netter, senior at first base. Riley Janda, sophomore at second base. Ashlyn Wolf, Jr. at shortstop. And Ruby Thompson, Jr. at third base. This one's a high strike, took something off. And in left field, Sydney McConnell, senior. Hannah Habistro, sophomore in center field. And Jazzy Kangany, senior in right field. Full count.
Allie Blum turned around and took a look at the home umpire on that call.
This one to Maya Netter, hits her net, or mitt, and she tried to, can't quite get back to the base, and then there's a collision as Janda and Blum were collided at the first base, and let's see what they're going to call this. Is this a foul ball? Again,
it appeared to me to be in play, but she's
calling,
coming back.
Yeah, they're calling a foul ball.
She's coming back.
So it was hit down the line, and Netter got a glove on it. It's a line shot, and she just couldn't quite squeeze it. And then, again, Blum's running to first base, and she collides with Janda, who was covering first base, and Blum's a little banged up, a little slow in getting back to home plate.
Yeah, Netter was moving toward the bag and then got her mitt in front of the bag on the outside of the line there. So foul ball will go right back to the 3-2 count.
Payoff pitch. Fly ball, center field. Habistro, the sophomore center fielder, calls it out. 2 gone.
Now batting for the Dragons, number 12, Aglaia Rudd.
Aglaia Rudd, a junior catcher. Very solid numbers this year, Steve, for Rudd.
Big-time numbers, and this New Pal team is loaded, and that's why you see a 10-0-1 record.
Ranked number 2 in 4A. This one comes across high, ball 1.
Their latest game was against Newcastle in an 18-4 win.
Rudd batting .571 tops on this Dragon team. Also number 1 in hits with 20, 22 runs batted in, and 7 doubles.
Henson coming with a changeup there and had Rudd fooled.
1 ball, 1 strike. This one's fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Rudd.
Crowd still coming in for this 5:30 start. Trojans will be at home not only tonight, but tomorrow night as well against Decatur Central.
The 1-2, fly ball into foul territory. Netter giving it chase along with Janda and Kangany. They can't quite get there, so she hangs alive with a count of 1-2.
Riley Janda took a tumble out there, but she's okay. Janda, terrific infielder, along with Ashlyn Wolf up the middle. They cover a lot of ground.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Rudd, number 3 batter. Fly ball center field. Habistro's got a beat on it. Drifts over into right center field, makes the catch. So 3 up, 3 down. Quick start here for the Trojans. CG coming to the plate. Tonight, New Palestine, number 2 team in the state. State runner-up in Class 4A last year. In town tonight. Tonight's game being presented by Morgan Insurance Group. This is Center Grove Trojans softball.
Local source for quality insurance protection. Turn to Morgan Insurance Group. With offices serving all of Indiana, we offer insurance coverage for business, municipalities, home, auto, and more. As trusted choice, independent agents, we work for you to offer more options and better value. As members of the community, we're here for the long term, available when you need us. Where quality meets coverage. Morgan Insurance Group. Contact us today.
Welcome back, everybody, to the CG Sports Network, and thanks for spending part of your late afternoon with us at the Russ Milligan Field in a battle of 2 of the best in the state of Indiana. Center Grove, the host tonight, taking on the New Palestine Dragons. We're headed to the bottom of the first with the Trojans coming to bat. Here's Kevin Conrad.
Thank you, Steve. It'll be Hannah Habistro to lead things off for the Trojans. Sophomore center fielder, followed up by Ashlyn Wolf, the junior shortstop, and then Riley Janda, the sophomore second baseman. Starting in the circle tonight for the Dragons, it'll be Alex Holman. She's a senior, 6-0 on the season. She has a 3.39 ERA and 31 innings pitched, 28 strikeouts, 7 walks, and this will be her 9th appearance in the circle this season.
Habistro on the season thus far, the leading hitter for the Trojans, has a team-high 26 hits and an outstanding leadoff batter. Habistro to be followed by Ashlyn Wolf and Riley Janda as the Trojans get things moving here in the bottom of the first.
Holman to the plate with the first pitch. Took something off of it. Strike 1.
Holman on the season, 3.39 ERA with a team-leading 28 strikeouts.
Half swing down the left field line, foul. 0-2 the count here to Habistro.
Trojans on the season as a team hitting .340, leading them to this 10-3 record thus far.
The 0-2 pitch off the plate, ball 1. Aglaya Rudd, junior catcher behind the plate. Katie Hershey, freshman at first base. Second baseman, Elena Miller, senior. Allie Blum, sophomore at shortstop. At third base is Paige Ernstus, sophomore. Another foul ball down the left field line. In left field, Maddie Engel, freshman. In center field, Sydney Oliver, sophomore. And in right field, Grace Paquette, senior. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Hannah Habistro, the sophomore.
It's hard to believe how much contact she's getting with that almost a half swing. Trying to push that thing into left field.
Ground ball to the second baseman. She's got to be quick with it. She is. That's Miller. Throws her out at first base. 1 gone.
Bang, bang play there
Now batting
for
the
Habistro.
Trojans, number 5, Ashlyn Wolf.
Ashlyn Wolf, your number 2 batter. Good changeup out in front of that one. Just got confirmation. We talked about Aglaya Rudd, the catcher. She's a junior behind the plate. She is not related to the Rudd sisters that played here at Center Grove. I just got confirmation of that. Wolf hits it well, left field. Left fielder going back. She's not going to have room. It's going to be off the top of the fence around second. She's going to try to stretch it into a triple. The tag. She's under the tag with a triple. Wow. Ashlyn Wolf tagged that one, thought it was going to be out of here, hits the top of the fence, Steve, and she ends up at third base.
Yeah, the elevation of the ball kind of fooled everybody, and Wolf was on her way to second base, right up against the fence, and being able to retrieve it out there. But the play at third base was close, but she's in there with a stand-up, with a sliding triple to get things going.
Number 3 batter, Riley Janda, sophomore, with 1 out. Looks at a high one, ball 1.
Thing really looked like it had a chance, Kevin.
Sure did. She was just probably about a foot away from a home run. Hit the very top part of the fence, trying to put down the bunts. She pops it up and double play. She pops it up to the pitcher, Alex Holman. The shortstop covers third base to double up Ashlyn Wolf at third base, and that concludes the inning. So good start for the Trojans. Triple by Wolf, but a great defensive play by the Dragons to double them up. We played one complete here at Russ Milligan Field, Center Grove and New Palestine. Scoreless at 0-0. Tonight's game being presented by Morgan Insurance Group. This is Trojan Softball.
Insurance is right around the corner. Look no further than Morgan Insurance Group. For businesses and families in the Greenwood area, we offer insurance coverage for business, home, auto, and more. As trusted choice, independent agents, we work for you to offer more options and better value. As members of the community, we're here for the long term, available when you need us. Only the best for our community. Contact Morgan Insurance Group today.
Good battle going on here at Center Grove High School in Greenwood, Indiana this evening. Thanks for joining us. Alexa Holman, the starting pitcher for New Pal, coming to the plate to open the second inning. For all the action, here's Kevin.
1 ball, no strikes to Holman. Henson comes back with a fastball high. 2 balls, no strikes. What a defensive play by the Dragons. Again, Holman catches Janda's bunt for the second out, and then wheels and deals to third base to the shortstop covering third to double up Wolf at third base.
Yeah, her reaction to coming out of the pitcher's circle was just in time and made a clean throw to third for that force out on the double play.
Henson falls behind. 3 balls, no strikes to Alex Holman, the senior pitcher. There's a strike. 3-1 the count. So the Trojans unfortunately squander that opportunity. Again, 1 out, a triple by Wolf. And they don't come up with any runs across. This one's fouled away. It's 3-2 the count.
Alexa Holman on the season with 3 home runs and 14 RBIs, leading her to a batting average of .448. High percentages.
Payoff pitch, high and tight. First walk issued by Henson tonight. Holman is aboard.
Now batting for the Dragons, number 18, Sydney Eubanks.
At the moment, Holman staying in the game to run. Sometimes you'll see a courtesy runner for the pitcher, but Holman will remain in the game to run at the moment.
One of the best athletes on the team, so keep her in.
Number 5 batter, Katie Hershey, freshman first baseman. Strike 1. Good location for strike 2. Steve Max Preps released its top teams in the nation. Top 100 the past 10 seasons. Center Grove ranks 17 on that list. And New Palestine ranks 27th on that list.
That says a lot about Indiana softball.
Dragons, number 34, Grace Paquette.
As Hershey goes down on strikes for the first out of the inning.
2 punch-outs now for Henson. Runner at first base. Grace Paquette Sr. down the right field line in foul territory. Trojans chase it. 0-1 the count here to Paquette. Last year, the Trojans went to New Palestine, lost a close one, 1-0 to the Dragons. This one fouled away as well. Dragons went undefeated last year at 28-0, but lost their very last game. They lost their last game right here at Center Grove to Roncalli in the Class 4A state championship game, 4-0. They beat Roncalli during the regular season last year, 4-0, but in the final game of the season, it was Roncalli getting the championship. This one's high. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Definitely a heartbreaker for New Pal. But a great effort by Roncalli.
On the 1-2, this one's low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. New Palestine, 6 state titles in softball. That's number 2 to Center Grove's with 7, number 1 in the state. 2-2 the count. This one's fouled straight back. And Steve, you go back to 2019, you and I up at Purdue. It was New Palestine winning a 3A title easily, 10-0 over Yorktown. So they had won 6 titles, and Center Grove was on deck getting ready to play the state championship against Leo. So for a moment there, they both had 6 state championships, and then Center Grove won that 2019 4A state title for number 7. And there's a backwards K. She's got 3 punch-outs in the ball game, 2 gone.
Paquette really fooled on that pitch. Another let up and on the change of pace. So 2 down here in the inning.
So the runner, Holman, the pitcher, senior at first base, 2 gone. Page earns this at the plate, fouls off the first pitch.
Most of the pitches that have had contact for New Pal have been behind, hitting it off to the right side. So Henson showing good stuff again.
Looks in for the sign from Peyton Shermansky. The 0-1 pitch outside.
She goes.
There goes the runner, the senior pitcher. She slides into second base. She's in there. That one just got away from Shermansky just a little bit. Good aggressive running by Alex Holman.
Yeah, and the throw was a little short to kind of dribble its way into second base. It looked like they still might have a chance at her, but the slide takes care of the safety.
1 ball, 1 strike. Runner in scoring position. That one just missed. 2-1 the count. No wind at all at the moment here at Russ Milligan Field. Trojans playing deep in the outfield. Kangany down the right field line. Near the foul line, and this one's into right center field. They played her perfectly, and Habistro comes on to make the catch. They were kind of playing her to right center field, and she lines out to Habistro for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Dragons get a runner at second base stranded. We're going to the bottom of 2. Center Grove leads it, or actually it's scoreless, 0-0. This is Trojan softball.
Tyler, where did all these old busted up furnaces come from?
Well, Chad, they're from our customers. They really love our free furnace promo.
I don't know if we can keep this up much longer.
Free Furnace Blowout! Your final chance. Get a free Bryant furnace from Peterman when you buy a qualifying new AC system. This deal will end soon.
Whatever it takes to keep you comfortable.
Text furnace to 72345 for your free furnace now.
Werner, Thompson, and Szymanski to start things for the Center Grove Trojans as we head to the bottom of the 2nd inning with no score. Here's Kevin.
Thank you, Steve. Solid pitching, solid defense behind the pitching so far in tonight's matchup between Center Grove and New Palestine. Again, Center Grove number 10 in Class 4A, New Palestine number 2 in Class 4A. New Palestine undefeated at 10-0-1. Center Grove at 10-3 on the season. Lex Warner will lead things off for the Trojans. Takes it low for ball 1.
Lex hitting .528 on the season with 17 RBIs.
Down the left field line is going to drop in there for a single for the senior Lex Warner. Second hit of the night for the Center Grove Trojans.
Let's see if we get a pinch runner here for Lex. Yes, we will be.
Number 17 will run for Lex Warner.
Pitch runner
May
for the
Munson,
Trojans, number
freshman.
17, May Munson.
First base hit, second base hit, excuse me, of the game for
Now
Center
batting for the
Grove.
Trojans, number 9, Ruby Thompson.
Ruby Thompson steps up for the Trojans, starting at third base. She's a junior. Takes a good cut. Thompson batting .312. Has 2 home runs. She, along with Sydney Herman, each with 2 home runs this season to lead the Trojans. Puts down a
good
bunt. Third baseman comes in on the run, throws to first to get Thompson. Sack bunt to perfection, moving the runner to second base.
Now batting for your Trojans, number 11, Peyton Chemansky.
So with 1 out, May Munson at second base, Peyton Chemansky, junior catcher.
RB opportunity here for Peyton. Infield plays her in a little bit.
5 runs batted in for the junior catcher. 3 doubles on the season. 1 home run, fouls off the first pitch.
Outfield pretty much straight away for Peyton. She's got good power.
Wind has picked up a little bit. Now blowing to right field, down the left field line, foul. She got out in front of that one. She's in the hole now. No balls, 2 strikes. Outside, throws the bat out there, fouls it away. Count remains 0-2 here to Shermansky.
Shemanti's experience, certainly, Kevin, over the last couple of years has really improved. She calls a great defensive game behind the plate.
Holman to the plate on the 0-2. It's high. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Peyton.
Maya Netter will be next.
This one's high again. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Peyton Shermansky. Trojans back in the first. Got a triple from Wolf with 1 out. Great defensive play by the Dragons. They get a double play ball. Shallow. Actually, it's going to stay in the infield right to the second baseman. Elena Miller, the senior, makes the catch. 2 gone.
Peyton kind of got out in front of that one on top of it and straight
10,
up. So
Maya
2 down to the infield on that pop-up.
Netter.
Maya Netter, senior first baseman. A big happy birthday to Maya. Best gift to give Maya, of course, would be a victory tonight for the Center Grove Trojans.
I'll take a big victory.
Off the handle, slow roller to the third baseman on to first to take care of Maya Netter. So again, see the Trojans to get a runner aboard and stranded.
0 and your
We play
Trojans
2 complete
0.
here at Russ Milligan Field. Center Grove and New Palestine scoreless. We're headed to the top of 3. Tonight's game being presented by Morgan Insurance Group. This is Center Grove Trojan softball.
Local source for quality insurance protection. Turn to Morgan Insurance Group. With offices serving all of Indiana, we offer insurance coverage for business, municipalities, home, auto, and more. As trusted choice, independent agents, we work for you to offer more options and better value. As members of the community, we're here for the long term. Available when you need us. Where quality meets coverage. Morgan Insurance Group. Contact us today.
Moving right along as we head to the top half of the third with 2 of the best pitchers in the business, Alexa Holman for New Palestine and Riley Henson, both of them doing their jobs. And as we pick up the action for the Dragons here in the top of the third, here's my partner, Kevin Conrad.
Thank you, Steve. It'll be 8-9-1 for the New Palestine Dragons. Reese Rosenbaum, sophomore. She's the DP tonight for the Dragons. Henson throws her a strike. Henson so far for the Trojans. 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. And for Holman for New Palestine, 1 walk, a couple of hits given up. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. 4 punch-outs now for the sophomore Riley Henson.
She hit the outside corner on that
Now
one
batting for the
and
Dragons,
way out in front.
Number
So
20, Sydney
quickly 1 down.
Oliver.
Sydney Oliver, sophomore center fielder, left-handed batter in the 9-hole tonight with 1 out. Takes a cut. Good speed by Henson. You can hear the pop of the mitt from here, Steve.
She has the good thing going once again. Riley Henson.
This one's just low. Didn't miss by much. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Down the left field line, foul. Count remains 1-2. Steve, 5:30 start. Sometimes a little difficult for fans to get here for a 5:30 start, but now you look out and we've got a good crowd here tonight.
Yes, from the really fill in.
Good crowd by Center Grove and New Palestine tonight.
Oliver on that last pitch got a good cut at it and tried to slice it into left field, but it went foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out.
Fouled away again. Keeps battling. Oliver batting .222. 3 runs batted in. 4 hits on the season.
See if Riley can find one here.
And she puts it into the left field line drive. That's a great at bat for Oliver.
That's
single.
for sure.
First hit of the night for New Palestine. Comes in the number 9 hole with Sydney Oliver. She just kept fouling them off and finally got a pitch that she could handle. Puts it into
Now
left field,
batting
opposite
for the
field.
Dragons, number 5.
Back to the top of the
Elena
order now
Miller.
with Elena Miller coming back. Struck out, looking in the first.
1 out. Runner aboard at first. Good pitch to Miller, strike 1.
See if we can get a ground ball here and a potential double play.
Miller leads the team with 24 runs scored. Number 2 in doubles with 6. Batting .378. That one's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Comes inside. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the counts.
Henson wastes no time in the circle. She has good pace. Looks into the dugout for a sign. Oh, yeah.
Went after the high heat. She's got 5 strikeouts in the ball game. 2 gone.
Now batting
Allie
for the
Blum,
Dragons,
sophomore.
number 6.
Flew
Allie
out back in the
Blum.
first to Habistro in center field.
Change up on that last pitch. Up high in the zone, and Miller went after it.
This one's off the plate, ball 1. Henson does a great job mixing up her pitches. Changes speeds. Can move it up, move it down. Also inside, outside. Pops this one out of play.
Yeah, I keep thinking to myself, Kevin, that Henson, being just a sophomore, continues to show such experience in the circle, and not only that, but just her confidence.
She's getting better and better with each and every outing.
She's a real winner.
Again, picking up probably by far her best win of her career this past Saturday against number 4 Columbus North.
And what an assignment, I mean, to come from last year to step into the circle, a lot of responsibility for that everyday starter.
Through a one-hit shutout. Complete game against the Bulldogs this past Saturday in the 3-0 win over Columbus North. 2-1 the count. Pop-up. Janda going back, second baseman. She'll call it out and makes the catch to conclude the top of the third inning. Good work by the Trojans. Henson continues to throw well. No score between Center Grove and New Palestine. Tonight's game being presented by Morgan Insurance Group. This is Center Grove Trojan Softball.
Insurance is right around the corner. Look no further than Morgan Insurance Group. For businesses and families in the Greenwood area, we offer insurance coverage for business, home, auto, and more. As trusted choice, independent agents, we work for you to offer more options and better value. As members of the community, we're here for the long term, available when you need us. Only the best for our community. Contact Morgan Insurance Group today.
It's Little Sis Night here at the Center Grove Complex, West Milligan Field, as the Center Grove Trojans host and welcome their visitors. It's been a good one thus far, and we're headed to the bottom of the third with the Trojans coming to the plate. Here's Kevin.
Thank you, Steve. It'll be 8-9-1 for the Trojans. Couple of seniors followed up by a sophomore. Jazzy Kangany, senior right fielder, will lead it off, followed up by Sydney McConnell, senior in left field, and then Hannah Habistro, the sophomore center fielder. So got all three of your outfielders at the plate to begin this inning here in the bottom of three for the Center Grove Trojans. Kangany fouls off the first pitch, and Jazzy came in to pitch against Columbus North and came in to hit, I should say, and as a pinch hitter, and got a triple and nearly hit a home run to center field. Ended up with the triple.
Yeah, that'll brighten your spirits anytime.
She's got great speed as well. 1 ball, 1 strike here to the senior, Jazzy Kangany. Bottom of three, no score. Center Grove has threatened a couple of times. Back in the first, Center Grove got a runner at third base with 1 out with Ashlyn Wolf, and the Trojans tried to do a squeeze bunt, and Janda popped it up to the pitcher. She caught it through to third base for the double play. And in the second inning, the Trojans get a single from Lex Warner. The courtesy runner gets to second base, but they're unable to bring her in with, again, 1 out at second base. Couldn't bring her in. This one comes inside. Jazzy Kangany hit by the pitch. She is aboard. And for Holman, that's her second hit batter this season.
So for the second time tonight in the last 2 innings, the leadoff man has reached first base. Let's see if Sydney McConnell can move the runner.
Sydney McConnell had a big hit in that game against the Columbus North Bulldogs. In her second plate appearance in the 5th inning, with 2 gone, she was able to hit one to left center field, a double, and ended up scoring the second run out of 3 runs for the Trojans in that particular ball game in the win against Columbus North on Saturday. Let's see what McConnell can do here. Nobody out. Kangany at first base.
Coach Ed Markham coming down the line to talk to the home plate umpire about the Kangany hit by pitch, meaning did she get out, making an attempt to get out of the way. So she's safe.
McConnell shows bunt, pulls it back. 1 ball, no strikes here to the senior left fielder. Again, Kangany, good speed at first base.
A lot of room down the right field line if she can get a hold of one here.
Puts down the sack bunts. Throw on to first to get McConnell. Kangany at second base, so a beautiful sack bunt by the senior, Sydney McConnell.
Paige Ernstis with a strong arm at third base for the first out of the inning.
Kangany at second base. Top of the order with Hannah Habistro grounded out to the second baseman back in the first. Habistro leading Center Grove with a .531 batting average coming into tonight's game. Puts down the bunt, and this one's foul. Kangany was on her way to third base.
Trying to move everybody up.
Ernstis, sophomore at third base, creeping in. Habistro back in the box. No balls, 1 strike here to Habistro. She looks to swing away. This is high and tight. 1 ball, 1 strike to the sophomore center fielder.
Allie Blum, the shortstop, also playing pretty shallow at her position.
Down the left field line, it's going to be a foul ball.
Good idea, though.
1-2 the count to Habistro. Left fielder playing that left field line, hugging it tight. Center fielder in left center field, almost in left field.
Yeah.
Big hole in right center. The 1-2 pitch, chopper right to the third baseman. I do believe, yes, another foul ball. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. One out, Kangany at second base. Center Grove again for a 3rd inning in a row, Steve. They've gotten runners in scoring position. Innings 1 and 2, they were unable to come up with the timely hit to push a run across. See what they can do here in the bottom of 3 with Kangany at second base. Good eye by Habistro. It's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's a perfect opportunity right now with this 2-2 count to look for her pitch. Surely he's going to be careful.
Holman looks in for the sign from Rudd. The 2-2 pitch. This one's low, full count. Good eye by Habistro.
Wow.
It was low. Hear the encouragement from Coach Alyssa Coleman down at the third base box to Habistro. Coleman now in her 4th year as head coach of the Trojans.
Infield continues to play shallow here.
She's aboard with a walk, Steve.
And here we go.
Runners at first and second base.
Outstanding at-bat there for Habistro.
Now batting for your Trojans.
So first
Number
and
5,
second now with nobody out. Excuse me, 1 out.
Wolf.
Janda going to come down and have a discussion with her head coach, along with Ashlyn Wolf.
Coach
and a
Markham.
conference at the mound.
Yeah, Coach Markham in the circle, talking things over. That's the first walk issued by Holman tonight. She has hit 1 batter. Actually, a hit batter and now a walk right here back to back. Sandwiched in there, of course, the sac bunt by McConnell, but runners at first and second base, and now you got Ashlyn Wolf, who nearly hit a home run, Steve, back in the first, hit the top part of the left field fence, got a triple.
Yeah, did she ever. Thing was on its way over and stopped a little bit short. That 220 marker.
Wolf picking up her first triple of the season, leads Center Grove with 5 doubles, brings in a 381 batting average. Still looking for that first home run of the season. Great opportunity here with runners at first and second, 1 gone. She cracks one left field. It's in foul territory. Left fielder has room, goes into the bullpen area, makes the catch, 2 gone.
Yeah, that's the thing, Kevin, with this field. There's a lot of space down the left field line as well as right.
Now batting for your Trojans.
So 2 down.
Number 8,
Maddie Eagle, freshman,
Janda.
went into the New Palestine bullpen area, made the catch in foul territory, so 2 gone. Riley Janda at the plate. Trojans are getting base runners. They just got to get that timely hit to move the runners. And Janda just fouled down the left field line, not by much.
Just missed. Janda going after that first pitch.
Again, she tried that bunt, the squeeze bunt back in the first, popped it up to the pitcher. Pitcher caught it through the third, got the double play. Doubled up Wolf at third to conclude that first inning, and she takes something off of that one, a changeup way out in front. No balls, 2 strikes.
Runners were on their way on contact there. Oh, and 2 here with 2 outs in the bottom 3.
Fouled away. Runners at first and second base here for the Trojans. Holman looks in for the sign, now ready to go with the 0-2 pitch. Janda lifts it up in foul territory. Does the first baseman have room? She does. Up against the Center Grove dugout. That's Katie Hershey. The freshman makes the catch. So the Trojans again
That puts 3 in the books
get runners in
with
scoring
your Trojans.
position, but not able to put anybody across. We played 3 here at Russ Milligan Field. Center Grove and New Palestine 0-0. Tonight's game being presented by Morgan Insurance Group. This is Center Grove Trojan softball.
Insurance is right around the corner. Look no further than Morgan Insurance Group. For businesses and families in the Greenwood area, we offer insurance coverage for business, home, auto, and more. As trusted choice, independent agents, we work for you to offer more options and better value. As members of the community, we're here for the long term, available when you need us. Only the best for our community. Contact Morgan Insurance Group today.
As I predicted, a fast-moving game here in the Center Grove Russ Milligan Complex, and a leadoff single by Aglia Rudd as the New Palestine comes to bat. Here's Kevin.
Thank you, Steve.
Now batting for the
So Rudd
Dragons,
singles to right
number
field,
17,
hits it
Alexa
sharply right
Coleman.
between the first baseman and second baseman into right field. Second hit of the night for the Dragons. 0-0. Starting things here in the top of the fourth inning. Number 2, New Palestine undefeated on the season, 10-0-1. Center Grove, number 10 this week in 4A at 10-3. Alexa Holman, senior pitcher, walked back in the second. No balls, 1 strike. Lifts this one into foul territory, and it's going to go out of play. So she's in the hole, no balls, 2 strikes.
Jazzy Kangane trying to chase it down, but it skips over the fence. Holman back in the first, struck out.
One ball, 2 strikes. Henson 5 strikeouts in the ball game.
Whoa.
Throws the bat out there, slow roller. This is going to be tough. Janda was trying to field the ball. Looks like she might have been interfered with by the runner.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking myself, because she didn't have a direct path to the slow rolling ball.
Now batting.
Runners
for the
now at
Dragons,
first and
number
second with no
18,
one out.
Sydney Eubanks.
So I guess it's an infield single. Janda she was trying to charge the ball. Hesitated because Rudd was running to second base. So runners at first and second, nobody out. At the plate, the number 5 batter, Katie Hershey, struck out back in the second. Freshman first baseman takes a good hack at the first pitch from Henson. First time that we've seen New Pal really threatened with runners at first and second, nobody out, and she tries to put down a bunt. It's foul, so she's in the hole, no balls, 2 strikes.
Ruby Thompson guarding down at third base, with an opportunity perhaps for a put out there on a force, but again, the foul bunt.
Fly ball, right field, Kangane drifting over towards the foul line, makes the catch. The throw to third base, not quite in time. Both runners tag and advance, so a sac fly by Hershey. Runners at second and third for New Palestine.
Yeah, that ball was high hit, and Kangane had a long way to come for it, so her throw
Now
was a
batting
little
for
late.
the Dragons, number 34.
Big
Grace
threat here
Paquette.
for the Dragons with only 1 out in the inning.
Grace Paquette, senior, struck out back in the second looking. 1 out. Again, runners at second and third for the Dragons. Henson's outside, ball 1.
Hens will be looking for a strikeout here if she can.
Thompson and Ned are both playing in at the corners. protecting against a possible bunt. This one's fouled away. 1-1 the counts.
Good catch. Sign him up. He's throwing it back in immediately.
Swing and a miss. Good changeup.
Well, she's really relied on that pitch tonight.
1 ball, 2 strikes here to the number 6 batter, Paquette.
See if she can power this thing by her. With a fastball, got her.
6 strikeouts. Steve, you talked about it. She needed a strikeout. She got it. She's got 6 punch-outs tonight.
Good piece of pitching
number
there.
11, Paige Ernest.
2 gone. Paige Ernstis, sophomore third baseman, lined out back in the second inning to center field to Habistro. That was in right center field, and Habistro continues to play her, Steve, as the pitch comes to the plate. She's moving to right center field, and she fouls this first pitch off.
Yeah, she had three putouts in that those first 2 innings. Outstanding outfielder. Again, can cover a lot of ground.
Fouled away. 0-2 the count.
Interesting look here right now with an 0-2 count and 2 down. Runners at second and third. Let's see if she comes with a change-up here. Nope.
Comes with the high heat. She stays off of it.
Tried to get her by him.
Good discipline by the sophomore. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Riley continues to look into the dugout for a sign from Melissa Coleman.
The 1-2 off the plate, maybe a little high as well. 2-2 the count. Szymanski tried to frame that one the best she could behind the plate. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone. 2 runners aboard at second and third base. And a ground ball gets between the shortstop and third baseman. 1 run in, and 2 runs will score, and New Palestine leads it 2-0 here in the top of the 4th inning. Single and a couple of RBI for Paige Ernstis.
Robbie Thompson playing at third base could not react quick enough, and it scooted right between her and Wolf for the 2-out. 2 RBI, a single.
13, Reese Rosenbaum.
So the Dragons are on the board here in the top of the 4th inning. First pitch to Reese Rosenbaum, sophomore, ball 1. She's the DP, struck out back in the 3rd. Goes after the high one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Coach Markham not liking the fact that she went after the high heat. Got to get one down in the zone. Veteran coach Ed Markham. What a job he's done here at New Palestine with this softball program. Outside. 2 balls, 1 strike.
So 3 hits recorded against Henson here in the 4th inning, producing the 2 runs thus far. Oh boy.
In the left field to the corner, McConnell. Run will score 3-0. New Palestine a double. First extra base hit tonight for New Palestine.
And the RBI for Rosenblum, who circles the bases and stands up in second base. So another run crossing the plate, and we'll have a little bit of a meeting in the circle.
3-0. New Palestine leads it here in the top of the 4th inning. All 3 runs right here in the 4th.
Yeah, it looked like Henson was going to be able to get out of this thing, recording those 2 outs after they'd put runners on first and second. But now we'll go to...
Now batting for the Dragons, number 20.
Number 9
Sydney
slot.
Oliver.
Oliver, who had a single back in the third inning, will come to the plate here with runner at second base.
5 hits for New Palestine in tonight's ball game. And now we'll see, yes, a courtesy runner.
Courtesy runner for the Dragons be number 19, Maddie Engel.
Maddie Engel, freshman left fielder, will run at second base. Oliver at the plate, got the first hit for New Palestine back in the third. They've added 4 more here in the fourth. High and outside, ball 1. The one tie for New Palestine, their season opener against Eastern Hancock on the road. They tied Eastern Hancock 5-5 in 8 innings, and there's a catch by Kangany in right field. Big inning, though, for the Dragons. 3 runs on the board. They lead at 3-zip, headed to the bottom of 4 here at Russ Milligan Field over the Center Grove Trojans. Tonight's game being presented by Morgan Insurance Group. This is CG Softball.
From our license plate recognition and hassle-free conveyor belt to our free vacuum stations and mat washers, Kopetsky Auto Wash is here to make sure we leave you with an extraordinary experience. We are always committed to delivering you a quick, quality, clean, is lathered, and fun. We are committed to serving our community through ongoing support of Center Grove academics, athletics, arts, and beyond. We are rooted in community and proud to offer our ongoing support to the organizations and individuals within it.
Alexa Holman, the starting pitcher for New Palestine, giving a big assist from the offense for the Dragons in their top half of the fourth inning, pushing across 3 runs to take a 3-0 lead as the Trojans have big work to be done. Here's Kevin.
Lex Warner will lead things off for the Center Grove Trojans. Lex singled back in the second. First pitch from Holman inside for ball 1. Trojans have had opportunities in the first, second, and third innings offensively, but again, Steve, just not executing to get the runs in.
Yeah, New Palestine certainly situational hitting for them in that inning, pushing across 3 runs after 2 outs had been recorded.
2 balls, no strikes to the senior Lex Warner. This one's low. 3-0 the count.
Pitching around her. Thompson will be due up next.
Taken all the way, high and tight. She's aboard with a walk. Second walk allowed by Holman.
Now batting for your Trojans,
Ruby
number
Thompson.
9, Ruby
Sack bunt back in the second.
So for the third time tonight, 3 out of the 4 innings, the Trojans begin with a base runner. Got to take advantage here.
Puts down the bunt. Lex Warner on her way to second base, and Thompson does her job. Another sack bunt for her tonight. And Warner's at second base.
Ernstis has a strong arm at third base.
Now batting for your Trojans, number 11, Peyton Shemansky.
Peyton Shemansky popped up to the second baseman. Now hits a ground ball to the second baseman. Warner goes to third base. 2 gone.
We're getting perfect bounce on the new infield and turf, and just a couple of little bit of bounces and into the glove and on to first base for
now
the second out.
For your Trojans, number 10, Maya Netter.
Maya Netter batting .250, senior first baseman. Warner at third base. Pitches high to Netter. 8 hits on the season, couple of RBI. An opportunity here for an RBI. So 4 straight innings. Center Grove's been able to put runners in scoring position, but No runs on the board. This one's fouled off by Netter. 1-1 the count.
Holman among the busiest pitchers for New Palestine on the year. 3.39 is her ERA, and she's got a good thing going here tonight, especially with those 3 runs.
Netter lifts this one up in the left field. Left fielder comes in. That's Maddie Engel, the freshman, makes the catch, and once again the Trojans stranded a runner at third base.
It's the Dragons 3 and your Trojans
Center Grove
0.
trails New Palestine 3-0 after 4 innings of play here at Russ Milligan Field. Tonight's game being presented by Morgan Insurance Group. This is Center Grove Trojans softball.
And the Mauritius
Insurance is right around the corner. Look no further than Morgan Insurance Group. For businesses and families in the Greenwood area, we offer insurance coverage for business, home, auto, and more. As trusted choice independent agents, we work for you to offer more options and better value. As members of the community, we're here for the long term, available when you need us. Only the best for our community. Contact Morgan Insurance Group today.
"60 minutes elapsed here in this fast-moving softball game amongst the Center Grove Trojans and visiting New Palestine as we head to the top of the 5th with New Pal on top, 3-0. Here's Kevin Conrad.
It'll be 1-2-3 for the Dragons, and Elena Miller fouls this one down that left field line, and Wolf did everything she could to get to it. Almost got there, but it drops in there, so no balls, 1 strike to Miller. She's 0 for 2 tonight. Couple of strikeouts in tonight's game.
You know, Holman hasn't been overpowering in any sort of fashion, Kevin, as far as the pitching is concerned for New Pal, but she's getting great help in the field.
Henson's outside with the fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Especially in that infield.
Henson 6 strikeouts, 1 walk. 4 singles given up and 1 double. Inside, just missed low. 2-0 the count. Into left field, opposite field hit. Single for Elena Miller.
6 base hit given up by Riley Henson.
Now
as
batting
the Dragons
for the
begin their
number 6,
inning in the 5th.
Allie Blum.
Allie Blum, sophomore at shortstop. A fly out, couple of flyouts.
Left-handers have been tough on Riley. Hitting in the opposite field. Just going with that pitch. Good contact.
Strike 1 to Blum. Off the plate.
Again, Blum on the season hitting .488 with 16 RBIs and 4 home runs.
1-1 the count. Fouled away. Into right field. Kangane's got a beat on it. Drifts to the foul line. Makes the catch. 1 out. Runner remains at first base.
Yeah, the ball kind of just fell down and
Now
didn't
batting
go
for
any
the
further.
Dragons, number 12,
So
Aglaya Rudd.
Kangane able to take it in for the first out.
Aglaya Rudd Jr. 1 for 2 tonight. A fly out to center field. Singled and scored back in the 4th. Hits this one to center fielder Hannah Habistro for 2 gone. She's flown out a couple of times now to Habistro.
So 2 successive hits,
Now batting
both fly balls and 2 outs.
for the Dragons, number 17,
See if Riley
Alexa
Henson will get out of
Holman.
this thing in a hurry and get the Trojans back to the plate.
Alexa Holman Sr. walk and a single, scored in the 4th. Ball 1 to Holman. Runner at first base. Rips one up the middle, gloved by Wolf. She backhands it to Janda at second base. Not quite in time for the force out. I would give that an infield single.
Yeah, it's an infield single. It was a hard hit ball.
Now batting
Wolf
for
was
the
able
Dragons,
to
number
put the
18,
glove on it with
Katie
her body
Hershey.
extended and just not enough to be able to get it to Janda on the force out. So runners now at first and second with 2 outs.
Holman, couple of singles tonight. Katie Hershey, freshman, fouls off the first one. Struck out back in the second, had a sac fly in the 4th. New Palestine defeated Center Grove in a tight one last year, 1-0 at New Palestine. The last time they came here back in 2019, the Trojans lost 5-2. Just 1 of 3 losses that year for the Trojans. No balls, 2 strikes.
Again, this situational hitting that we've seen here tonight with New Palestine has led them to a team 374 average.
Just missing outside, 1-2 the count.
Got to get this out.
Fouled over the press box. Steve, if foul ball comes to our press box window, I'm ducking.
You better.
Fouled off again. She's battling.
Riley Henson looking for a pitch here to retire this batter for the 3rd out of the inning.
Off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
This is Wild here.
New Palestine, they play in the Hoosier Heritage Conference, 2-0 on the season in conference play. And
Got her.
there's strikeout number 7 for Riley Henson to get out of the inning. Couple of runners aboard for the Dragons stranded. See what the Trojans can come up with here as we head to the bottom of 5. New Palestine leads Center Grove 3-0. Tonight's game being presented by Morgan Insurance Group. This is Center Grove Trojans softball.
Local source for quality insurance protection. Turn to Morgan Insurance Group. With offices serving all of Indiana, we offer insurance coverage for business, municipalities, home, auto, and more. As trusted choice, independent agents, we work for you to offer more options and better value. As members of the community, we're here for the long term, available when you need us. Where quality meets coverage. Morgan Insurance Group. Contact us today.
Alyssa Coleman, the head coach for Center Grove, in an extended meeting at the sidelines here as the Trojans defense comes off the field with plenty of work to be done. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th with New Palestine on top, 3-0. Here's Kevin.
Senior Jazzy Kangany will lead it off for the Trojans. Ball 1 to Jazzy. Nice crowd for this one tonight. Again, your 2 top softball programs in the state of Indiana by Max Preps over the last 10 years. Center Grove ranked number 17 by Max Preps in the nation, so number 1 in the state. And New Palestine not far behind, Steve, at number 27 in the nation, number 2 here in the state of Indiana. So
It's
again,
just a pleasure to be able to witness this kind of competition that we see year in and year out between these 2 teams, and you can guarantee both of them will have some say when the postseason starts.
Right back at the pitcher. Holman on to first to get Kangany, one gone.
Speaking of the postseason, the sectional draw, Kevin, is coming up on Sunday.
Now batting
Both
for your
softball
Trojans,
and baseball.
Number 27, Sydney McConnell.
Sydney McConnell, sack bunt back in the third. Sectional this year for the Center Grove Trojans. You've got Whiteland, who's ranked number 5 in max preps this week, undefeated, 11-0, and Mooresville, 15-2, ranked number 6 in max preps. Of course, Center Grove, number 8 in max preps. So that's one heck of a sectional right there with those three teams.
Whiteland picked up their 12th win last night.
Down the line, playing her extremely well as Maddie Engel makes the catch, 2 gone.
Yeah, that was against Martinsville.
Now batting for your Trojans,
So 2
number
down.
12, Hannah Haberstroh.
Somebody got to get this thing started. Might as well be Hannah.
Haberstroh, sophomore center fielder. A ground out and a walk. Strike one, or ball one, I should say, to Haberstroh. Trojans scored a couple of runs against Columbus North with 2 out in the 5th inning. Kind of a 2-out rally, if you will. They were up 1-0 and then added 2 more in the 5th. Haberstroh takes ball 2.
And again, Alexa Holman has not been overpowering as far as a strikeout pitcher is concerned, but her defense has just been fabulous.
Right to the third baseman. Ernstis throws on to first base to take care of
Speaking of.
Haberstroh.
At the end of
She's played
5,
well
it's
there
the
at third
Dragons
base.
3 and your Trojans 0.
Score remains New Palestine 3, Center Grove 0.
Special shout out to our following
Headed to the
sponsors.
top of the 6th here at Russ
Vertical
Milligan
Technology
Field.
Solutions and
Tonight's
We
game being
Fix
presented by
LLC.
Morgan
Thank
Insurance
you
Group.
again
This
to
is
all
Trojan
of our
Softball.
sponsors.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Leading off, number 34, Grace Paquette.
The Palestine coming to the plate here in the top half of the 6th inning, holding on to a 3-0 lead. Once again, here's Kevin.
It'll be Grace Paquette, senior. 0 for 2 tonight, leading things off for the Dragons in the top of the 6th inning here at Russ Milligan Field. First pitch from Henson, called a strike. There's strike 2. Great to see the Trojans get the 2 wins this past Saturday, Steve, in the inaugural Russ Milligan Classic, again beating Columbus North in Game 1, and then came back in the afternoon to beat Fishers. So they took care of business, and there's strike 3 on the corner. Backwards K. She's got 8 strikeouts tonight.
That's the 3rd time that Paquette has gone down on strikes. So 1 out.
Now batting for the Dragons, number 11, Paige Ernest.
Paige Ernest, 1 for 2 tonight. Singled and scored back in the 4th. Also had an RBI back in the 4th as well. First one fouled away.
Ernstis has played a terrific third base tonight defensively. She's cut off anything that's come in her direction.
Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Center Grove back at it tomorrow, hosting Decatur Central at 5:30. Steve and I will be here with the live stream tomorrow. Popped up, and it'll be out of play on top of the CG dugout.
Ernstus in the evening has 6 assists defensively and a putout.
What a week for New Palestine, playing Center Grove tonight, ranked number 10 in the state. You got Shelbyville tomorrow on the road at 5:30, a team that's also ranked.
They're no slouch.
Then they'll get the day off, and then they'll play at Roncalli on Saturday, the number 1 team in the state. This one also in foul territory. So they're not avoiding the best teams in the state, that's for sure.
Nope.
Shelbyville tomorrow, Roncalli Saturday. Looks like they're going to play a twin bill Saturday. They'll play Marist, a team from Chicago, Illinois, also on Saturday. That also will be played at Roncalli.
I think we have a doubleheader baseball, too, Saturday, correct?
That is correct. Center Grove will play at noon against a team out of Michigan, Portage High School. And then after that, they'll play Brebeuf. And they have a pitcher, I guess, who's being talked about as far as maybe a top 10, 15 draft pick in the Major League Baseball draft coming up this summer. Yeah, top 15, 20.
Big spotlight on him.
Great pitcher. I think he's already got a couple of no-hitters this year. He's given up 0 earned runs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Paige Ernstus at the plate with 1 out. Top of the 6th. Dragons lead at 3-0. Once again, fouled straight back. Two balls, 2 strikes. Fouls this one down the right field territory, out of play. Umpires out of softballs. Looking around for some softballs.
Help. Store is open. Here comes a couple.
Little Sis Knight.
They have a good time.
Coming out with some fresh softballs. And she fouls that one off. One in a bat.
Center Grove does such a nice job in terms of their involvement with the community. Tonight with the Little Sis and the Little League. Brings the kids out, gets them involved.
Well, with the high heat, she stays off of it. Full count.
Reese Rosenbaum is next. We had that big double back in the 4th inning.
3-2 payoff pitch. Whoa. Called the ball. Aboard with the walk. Steve, was that outside? Was it low?
Hometown team says strike.
It was darn close.
It was very close.
So she's aboard with a walk. And we'll see Rosenbaum, or are we going to have a pinch hitter?
13, Reese Rosenbaum is in the on-deck circle.
Yes, maybe get a courtesy runner possibly.
That's what I'm thinking.
Coach Markham comes down to talk to the umpire. So I'm wondering if we might see a
home plate umpire jotting down notes, but I still don't see any change here.
No change at the moment.
Now
Rosenbaum
for the Dragons, number
sophomore
13, Reese Rosenbaum.
She is 1 for 2 tonight, doubled an RBI back in the 4th and struck out in the 3rd. Takes a hack at the first one, fouls it away.
Interesting call because the home plate umpire got out his pad there to make some notes, but no changes made. So Ernstus remains at first base here with 1 out. Rosenbaum at the plate.
Hinton on the rubber, ready to go. Once again, out of play. 0-2 the count.
Palestine's batters have had good contact against Henson.
Off the plate.
Yeah.
She did. She went around. 2 gone. 9 strikeouts for Riley Henson.
She had tried to hold that thing back, but Rosenbaum went through the strike zone.
Now
so
batting for the Dragons,
2
number
down.
20, Sydney Oliver.
Sydney Oliver fouls it away. A lot of foul balls, Steve.
My goodness.
Getting the bat out there. Got to be aggressive. New Palestine not taking very many pitches.
Not at all.
Down the left field line into the bullpen. No balls, 2 strikes.
McConnell chasing it down. Thompson. But 0-2 count here with 2 outs in the inning. New Palestine with a 3-0 lead.
High and outside. Good eye. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
It'll be Wolf, Janda, and Warner coming to the plate for Center Grove in the 6th. 2, 3, and 4 batters.
2-2 the count. Oliver, your number 9 batter. 1 for 2 tonight. Got the first hit in tonight's game for the Dragons. Full count. And there's strike 3. Backwards K. That's your 3rd out of the inning. She's got 10 punch-outs in tonight's ball game. However, the Trojans trail at 3-0. Headed to the bottom of the 6th here at Russ Milligan Field against the New Palestine Dragons. Tonight's game being presented by Morgan Insurance Group. This is Trojan Softball.
A licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Center Grove looking for a way to rally here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. The Trojans trail New Palestine by the score of 3-0 with Ashlyn Wolf coming to the plate. Ashlyn on the evening, a triple and a fly out. Here's Kevin.
Thank you very much, Steve. Riley Janda on deck, followed up by Lex Warner. First pitch to Wolf, low for ball 1.
Just needs some sort of a key hit here to get things started. Turn on the light.
High and outside, 2-0.
And again, on 3 of the last 4 occasions, been able to get their leadoff man on.
Cracks it well, right to the center fielder though. 1 gone. Just got under it too much.
For your Trojans, number 8, Riley Janda.
Riley Janda, number 3 batter, 0 for 2 tonight.
Kind of repeating myself, Kevin, but the defense for New Pal has been just outstanding.
Starts her off with a changeup. Ball 1. fouls that one down the third base line. Center Grove girls tennis on the road tonight at Lawrence North. Update from tennis. Center Grove is up big early. Also, Center Grove baseball tonight hosting Southport, trying to get an update on that game.
Looking into the New Palestine bullpen down there, Katie Koslowski is throwing. Left-hander.
Slow pitch by Holman. Almost a strike. It was called a ball, though. 2-1 the count to Janda. 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 6th, fly ball left field. Left fielder goes back, makes the catch. But once again, the Trojans just getting under it too much. 2 gone.
Now batting for your Trojans, number 18, Lex Warner.
Lex Warner, a single and a walk tonight. After tonight, the Trojans again back home tomorrow. 5:30 Decatur Central. On Friday, they'll go to Martinsville for a 5:30 game, and then on Saturday they'll play highly ranked Bedford North Lawrence on the road at 3 o'clock. We'll be here tomorrow with the Decatur Central live stream. 1 ball, no strikes to Lex Warner.
That was the 6th fly out to the outfielders for New Palestine.
1-1 the count to Lex Warner, the senior. DP tonight for the Trojans. New Palestine getting all 3 runs in the top of the 4th inning. This one's high.
Actually, it's 7 flyouts to the outfield and 1 to the infield.
You're right, Steve. Holman, she's a finesse pitcher. I don't think she has any strikeouts. A couple of walks, giving up just a couple of hits. 1 hit batter, and she gets another pop-up here. I think that'll be number 8 on the night for the Center Grove Trojans on flyouts and pop-ups.
3-0 over your Trojans.
New Palestine leads it 3-0. We're headed to the 7th inning here at Russ Milligan Field. Tonight's game being presented by Morgan Insurance Group. This is Trojan Softball. Big thank you to Brad McConnell, Morgan Insurance Group, for being our presenting sponsor tonight. Appreciate everything that Morgan Insurance Group does for Center Grove Trojan Softball.
One hour and 20 minutes into tonight's softball game here at Center Grove and Russ Milligan Field. Visiting New Palestine, holding on to a 3-0 lead over the Trojans as we head to the top of the 7th. Here's Kevin.
Top of the order for the New Palestine Dragons, Elena Miller. She's 1 for 3 tonight, couple of strikeouts and singled in her last plate appearance in the 5th. This one's called a strike on the outside corner. Lifted up into foul territory and out of play. 0-2 the count. Henson tonight, 10 strikeouts, couple of walks, 7 hits by New Palestine.
That big inning back in the 4th when they started things out with singles, 3 singles out of the first 4 hitters, and then a double by Reese Rosenbaum. 2 RBIs for Ernston and 1 for Rosenbaum. And that's where we are.
Center field, Habistro moves to left center field, makes the catch. 1 gone.
She had to drift a long way over and waited on it.
Now batting for
nice
the Dragons,
catch.
number 6, Allie Blum.
Allie Blum, sophomore. She's flown out 3 times tonight. Strike 1 to Blum. Fly ball, shallow right field. Janda goes back, second baseman makes the catch, 2 gone.
Like I said, Riley Janda playing deep into second base. And able to cover big ground out there, so
12.
quickly 2 down.
Aglaya Rudd.
Aglaya Rudd Jr., 1 for 3 tonight. Couple of flyouts to center field. Singled in the 4th and scored in the 4th. Strike 1 to Rudd, junior catcher. Off the plate low. 1-1 the count. For the Trojans, it'll be 5, 6, 7 coming up in the bottom of the 7th inning. Ruby Thompson, Peyton Szymanski, and Maya Netter. The 1-1 up the middle. She's got her second hit of the night. Single for Rudd. She's got a couple of singles tonight. 8th hit of the night for the Dragons. So with 2 gone, Alexa Holman, senior pitcher at the plate.
Now
She's 2 for 2 tonight. A couple of singles,
17,
a walk,
Alexa
and
Holman.
she scored in the 4th. And an update on Center Grove baseball. The Trojans leading Southport 13-0.
Let's see if we're going to get a pinch runner here. That was hit number 7 for the Dragons. And yes, looks like we're going to get a pinch runner for Rudd. And looks like coming into the game will be number 26, Kayla Bain.
Kayla Bain.
2 down here in the inning. Bradley Henson in the circle tonight for Center Grove has done a great job, but Alexa Holman has been even better for New Powell.
Ball 1 to Holman. To right field, she hit it well. Kangany, it's over her head. It'll one-hop the fence. 1 run scores. Holman around second base. The throw from Janda is off mark. She's in there with a triple and an RBI.
Helping her own cause, Kevin. Takes to a 4-0 lead now.
Now batting for the Dragons, number 18.
She's 3
Katie
for 3 tonight.
Hershey.
Impressive night for Holman. And now we'll see the number 5 batter, Katie Hershey. 0 for 2, couple of strikeouts. Had a sac fly back in the 4th. 4-0. New Palestine leads it here in the top of the 7th. Again, they scored 3 in the 4th, and they've added another one here in the 7th. And Holman at third base with 2 gone.
Yeah, that pitch that Holman hit was up in the zone and outside, and she was able to go with it. You could see Kangany trying to track it down, but to no avail.
Dragons,
she reaches third on the stand-up
Jersey
triple
Gross.
and the RBI to make it 4-0.
Excuse me, Courtney Study.
So Hershey at the plate now.
Ball 1 to Hershey.
Hershey on the season hitting .417 with 10 RBIs and 2 home runs.
Takes a good cut. 1 ball, 1 strike. Into foul territory. Hits the top of the dugout. 1-2 the count.
Henson trying to bear down and gets his third out of the inning. Oh boy.
Hit well. That one's going to go over the scoreboard, I believe. Well, it stays in. How about that?
Great
Cindy
catch.
McConnell makes the catch up against the fence. I thought it was going to hit the scoreboard or go over the
I
scoreboard.
think it had both of us fooled there.
It held up there. Sure sounded great off the bat. Warning track
Centerville
power.
High School Athletic.
1 run across for the Dragons here in the top of the 7th. They lead at 7-0. Center Grove down to its last at bat. Trojans need 4 for the tie, 5 for the win. Tonight's game being presented by Morgan Insurance Group. This is Trojan Softball.
Tyler, where did all these old busted up furnaces come from?
Well, Chad, they're from our customers. They really love our free furnace promo.
I don't know if we can keep this up much longer.
Free furnace blowout. Your final chance. Get a free Bryant furnace from Peterman when you buy a qualifying new AC system. This deal will end soon.
Whatever it takes to keep you comfortable.
Text furnace to 72345 for your free furnace now.
Here at Russ Milligan Field on the campus of Center Grove High School, and we're going to the bottom half of the 7th inning with New Palestine leading the Trojans by a score of 4-0. Here's Kevin.
Thank you, Steve. Ruby Thompson, junior third baseman, leading things off for CG. Fouls the first one off. She's got 2 sack bunts tonight. Trojans got to play for the big inning, down 4-0. This one's high. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ruby Thompson. Center Grove's had opportunities tonight.
Yes, they have.
Just haven't cashed in, and this one comes inside. She's hit by the pitch, so Ruby Thompson is aboard. Second hit batter tonight
now
by
batting for your Trojans, number 11, Peyton Shemansky.
She's hit 3 batters this year, and 2 of them here tonight against Center Grove. Peyton Shemansky. If there's somebody due, Steve, it's Peyton Shemansky. Yep. She's 0 for 2 tonight. She popped up to the second baseman in the second. She grounded out to the second baseman in the fourth, and there you go. Drills at the left field for a single.
That's only the third base hit given up by Holman. She had gone through the last 3 innings with big zeros. So 2 runners aboard.
Now batting for your
Sydney
Trojans,
Herman, freshman at the plate.
14, Sydney Herman.
And Steve, she has on the season 3 hits. 4 hits make that. And 2 of them are home runs. 2 out of her 4 hits, home runs, and the other one, a double.
Markham's going to come out and talk to his starting pitcher, Holman, who's done a terrific job tonight. Again, giving up only 3 hits. 1 in the first, 1 in the second, and then the last 4, nothing.
Sydney Herman, the first Center Grove Trojan, did a home run here on the new turf field on Saturday against Fishers in Game 2. Hit a solo shot to right field. Again, she's got 2 home runs on the season, 1 here at home and 1 over at Terre Haute.
So we'll etch her name into the history books as far as first, right?
Couple of runners on, nobody out. She stays off the high one, ball 1. Trojans trying to rally here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Herman got good size at the plate.
Fouls this one off, and it will go up against the fence. Left fielders made some great plays out there tonight. Maddie Engel, the freshman, but can't quite get to that one. 1 ball, 1 strike to the freshman, Sydney Herman.
Just be patient at the plate here.
Sydney's solo shot Saturday was to right field. Fouls this one off. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Sydney Herman.
Yep.
Coach Coleman says she has a beautiful swing.
She does. Inside and out.
The 1-2. Fouled that one off as well. She was right on it. Wheatley, courtesy runner at first base for the Trojans. The 1-2, off-speed pitch. She stayed off of it. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good eye.
Here comes the 2-2 from Holman. Once again, low, full count, another good eye.
That takes some courage to let that thing go by, especially with a 2-strike count. Let's see what she can do here in full.
3-2 payoff pitch. She hits it well. Center field, could be, might be. It's going to be up against the fence and out. The runners, though, tag and advance. I thought she had a 3-run homer.
Anywhere else on the softball diamond, it would have been gone.
That was so close.
And the center fielder made a terrific play. She got herself established out there in center field and took it in. That's Oliver.
Trojans, number 13.
So 1 down.
Addison Richards.
Again, both runners advance. So runners at second and third, 1 out.
I started to mark that up as 3 runs in.
Hayden Baird, freshman at the plate. 1 hit, 1 RBI this season. She's got a double. And 6 at-bats. Strike 1 to Baird. Tying run is on deck for the Trojans.
It's like Emma Fair is in the on-deck circle.
This one's low. 1 ball, 1 strike to Baird.
Come on, base hit her.
Inside corner, strike 2. Alexa Holman, senior pitcher, 6-0 on the season. Trying to close the door on the Trojans here in the bottom of the 7th. Hit well to right field. The right fielder's got a beat on it. Makes the catch. It's deep enough. Ruby Thompson tags and scores. The Trojans get a run in. And Wheatley goes to third base. So with 2 gone, the Trojans are on the board.
Finally.
Sac RBI by the freshman, Hayden Baird.
So Emma Fair will come to the plate here as a pinch hitter for Sydney McConnell. With 2 outs
now
in the inning.
For your Trojans, number 15, Emma Fair.
Fair got good contact on the ball. But again, another fly out. The 8th or 9th, I do believe, Kevin, on the evening. For the outfield.
Emma Fair, a couple of hits on the season. Make it 4 hits on the season. 2 runs batted in. She's got a double. Strike 1 to Emma Fair. 4-1 Trojans down. We're in the bottom of the 7th. 2 out. Runner at third base and right back at the pitcher. And New Palestine wins it. 4-1 your final. Alexa Holman, the senior, goes to 7-0. And Steve, she pitched to Jim tonight. She's not an overpowering pitcher. She's more of a, I would call, finesse pitcher, but she did her job and helped kept the Trojans at bay tonight. Again, the Trojans, I believe on the night, Steve, just 3 hits.
Just 3 hits, that's it.
Again, we want to thank everybody for coming out this evening. And please,
so for New Palestine with the victory, they improve now to 11-0-1 on the season. Again, ranked number 2 in the state. Center Grove with a loss now will fall to 10-4. The Trojans number 10 in the state. Steve and I'll return with some final thoughts after this timeout. Your final score, 4-1 New Palestine over the Center Grove Trojans here at Russ Milligan Field. Tonight's game presented by Morgan Insurance Group.
Insurance is right around the corner. Look no further than Morgan Insurance Group. For businesses and families in the Greenwood area, we offer insurance coverage for business, home, auto, and more. As trusted choice, independent agents, we work for you to offer more options and better value. As members of the community, we're here for the long term, available when you need us. Only the best for our community. Contact Morgan Insurance Group today.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, Become a role model for our young student athletes. Earn extra money and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Your local source for quality insurance protection. Turn to Morgan Insurance Group. With offices serving all of Indiana, we offer insurance coverage for business, municipalities, home, auto, and more. As trusted choice, independent agents, we work for you to offer more options and better value. As members of the community, we're here for the long term, available when you need us. Where quality meets coverage. Morgan Insurance Group. Contact us today.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Back here at Russ Milligan Field one final time. Tonight's final score 4-1, New Palestine over Center Grove. Steve, a game of missed opportunities for the Center Grove Trojans. CG early on had some opportunities to score and just couldn't quite execute to get those runs in early. But give a lot of credit to New Palestine. They had the big inning, scoring 3 runs in the 4th and added another one in the 7th. They win it 4-1. Center Grove in the bottom of the 7th. They do get the 1 run, and they put up a fight there in the 7th, but just not enough.
Yeah, it's one of those games that we anticipated to be extremely competitive. Both of these teams coming in with good records and good reputations, and just exactly what we thought. So New Palestine being able to utilize their bats when they needed to, especially in that 4th inning, and pushing across 3 runs. Certainly enough to get the job done. But as far as Center Grove is concerned, they have a lot to take away from this kind of a game, because they know that in the coming weeks, especially as we head toward the postseason, this is exactly the kind of competition that they're going to face. So tomorrow night, Decatur Central, and we will move on.
As we conclude our web stream tonight, a big thank you to our presenting sponsor tonight, Morgan Insurance Group. A big thank you to Brad McConnell for being our presenting sponsor tonight. And Steve, you and I'll be back here tomorrow. It should be another great day for softball. Center Grove hosting the Decatur Central Hawks.
Yeah, here's the way the numbers pan out tonight. 4 runs and 8 hits for the New Palestine Dragons and no errors. 6 left on base. As far as Center Grove is concerned, 1 run on 3 hits and no errors, and 5 left on. So we will look forward to seeing you tomorrow night.
Appreciate your work tonight, Steve. And
you bet.
Once again, the final score tonight from Russ Milligan Field, 4-1. New Palestine over the Trojans. Center Grove on the season 10-4. New Palestine 11-0-1. Tonight's Center Grove softball coverage was produced by CG Sports Network, and again, our presenting sponsor was Morgan Insurance Group. Trojans back at it tomorrow, hosting Decatur Central at 5:30. Until then, this is Kevin Conrad for Steve McClure saying so long, everyone, from Russ Milligan Field at the Center Grove Softball Complex.